Ladies and gentlemen, we're back from commercial break, and we got a huge main event next week, but we've got a huge debut here this week as Texas Outlaw. You see him there with that bullwhip, and J.R. Murdoch, his manager, making their debut here on NAWA Championship Wrestling, and I feel bad for this high-performance kid, Redbeard.
That bullwhip is definitely not a legal item to have around ringside here, but my goodness.
Look at the size of this Texas Outlaw. He looks to be like 6'5", 6'6".
This is a big man here. High performance is outweighed by at least 100 pounds here.
Coming from somewhere in Texas, I think it's Amarillo. They got some pretty good barbecue down there, by the way.
Could be. It might explain why this man is as big as he is, but my goodness. Terrorizing this young man here in high.
Holy Christ, look at that just forearm, just knocking this little kid out. Hey, don't let the size of high performance fool you. He's defeated Tim Hunter here 2 times in a row, but he's got his hands full here against the Texas Outlaw.
Double underhook suplex there. Firmly in control is the Outlaw. Now tying him up in that Texas cloverleaf. He's going to break this kid in half, Michael.
I think that's going to be it. He's in the middle of the ring. There's no escaping this hold. And there you see he's tapping out. And Texas Outlaw making an impressive debut, making a huge statement here. He ain't letting go of the hold either, Redbeard.
Referee's got to get in there. Oh, they're just barely saving this young man, but there you have it.
The first victim for the Texas Outlaw, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to toss it to the back. Golden Gladiator's standing by. Let's hear what he's got to say. Ladies and gentlemen, controversy going on between Thunder and Golden Gladiator number 2 still. Looks like their friendship is busting at the seams, about to be over, but now we're down in the ring. How is James Brody? What type of condition? He looks like he's fine. What condition is he actually in after being beat up by his brother earlier on in the show? He's taking on this Texas Outlaw guy who was very impressive a couple weeks ago here in his debut, Redbeard.
Absolutely he was, but you talk about the relationship there between Golden Gladiator number 2 and Thunder Anderson. Definitely on the rocks those two men are. But right now, James Brody, the wild man, got control over the big man, Texas Outlaw. As you said, Michael, made an impressive debut here a number of weeks ago. Comes to the ring with that dadgum bullwhip, looking like he's ready to just beat someone to death with it. And now Brody is looking to give him a taste of what it's like to be in the top tier of NAWA.
Well, this isn't a matchup with high performance. This is a matchup with a former NAWA heavyweight champion. As J.R. Murdoch is saying, James Brody pulled his mask to take him off his feet.
Well, technically, the mask is part of the uniform there. It's not like grabbing someone's hair. I don't know if that's something he can really argue for, but now the men are lining up for a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Look at that. Outlaw reverses it into this armbar maneuver. Got Brody in a bad way here. Putting pressure on that shoulder and elbow. You know, the leverage is in play here as well as Outlaw. Definitely a much bigger man than Brody. Has that height advantage. Shoots him across. Big shoulder tackle there, though, by James.
Texas Outlaw is from the dusty plains of Amarillo, Texas, but he is not doing so well here in the home of the wild man, Burke County. Here in NAWA, they continue to say he pulled his mask. When he went behind his arm, he grabbed his mask.
Well, maybe if they spent as much time trying to clobber the man as he did arguing, we'd have some progress here, but my goodness.
He's trying to plead his case about his mask, but there you go, taking enough time away from the match to regain momentum with that cheap shot there to the midsection. And now just European uppercut. How about a Texas uppercut?
Texas uppercut, there you go.
They say everything's bigger in Texas, Redbeard.
Michael, I don't know if you noticed or not, but little Donnie appears to have joined his Burke County brother out here at ringside.
He's got to be watching the back of James Brody. As you can see, the Texas Outlaw did not come alone either. He's got J.R. Murdoch on the outside watching his back. There's that big forearm taking James Brody right off of his feet. Only gets a 1 count, Redbeard.
Only a 1 count there, as you said, Michael. Texas Outlaw here going for a double underhook suplex. My goodness. Almost dropped him right on his head there. Still only a 1 count. Brody is such a wily individual. Definitely a veteran that we've followed here for a number of years at NAWA. And right now he's drawing a stiff contest from this big man. Oh, look at that nerve pinch.
Been on that nerve hold there now, just putting his body weight on his back here is the Texas Outlaw. And the Texas Outlaw's got his hands full of James Brody. He made quick work of high performance, but now he's in deep water. We haven't seen him go past 2 minutes since being here, but James Brody comes, and he misses that that flying cross body block there.
Showing some veteran presence there was the Outlaw in ducking under that cross body block.
Smartly just dropping onto his belly. Now he's calling for what's he calling for? Is he look like a pile driver, Redbeard? That looked like what he was motioning to me.
Definitely seemed to be, but my goodness, we've not seen this man enough to know what all his offense is capable of, but my goodness, Michael, he's loading him up.
He's going for the pile driver, but he doesn't get it.
Brody, such strength there in that back to be able to flip over the big man. Loading up that boot here now. Look at this.
What's going on? J.R. Murdoch's on the apron, distracting. He's got that bullwhip, hits him right across the back and just drags him to the mat. And the referee didn't see it. 2, 3, and Texas Outlaw steals one.
Outlaw trying to plead his case there for why the bullwhip was in the ring.
He said he took it from James Brody, trying to cover his tracks here. No matter what, the pin was made. Texas Outlaw 2-0 here in NAWA.
Impressive competitor there in the form of Roman Roselle, bringing himself to NAWA. But now look at this man.
Even more of an impressive competitor here is the Texas Outlaw and J.R. Murdoch. Roman Roselle, you couldn't hold a candle to this guy, buddy.
Absolutely not, but my goodness, such an intimidating individual. That countenance and that just mask here that we've seen for the past several weeks on the program. Texas Outlaw really made a name for himself here in a short time on the program, and this week going to be maybe drawing a challenge here from our favorite local superhero in the form of Jet Yeager.
Please. Jet Yeager does not stand a chance against Texas Outlaw.
Well, what that remains to be seen here is we're going to have a match here between these two men and find out for sure.
Well, here we go. He's finally made his way down to the ring. Maybe he's a little intimidated here. Maybe this is his arch nemesis, his villain.
Well, you never know where the kryptonite is going to come from, seemingly, with these heroes of the day when it comes to someone like Jet Yeager.
Well, Jet has seemed to ditch the face gear ever since Damian Legion ripped it off a few weeks ago. As Texas Outlaw is making a mockery of Jet Yeager. He's just joking around about how easy this is going to be. And my God.
Outlaw didn't seem to be too impressed here with Yeager when he came to the ring.
Huge Texas uppercuts right to the jaw.
Oh, God.
That vicious forearm right into the face. We've seen him to do that every match we've seen him here on the program, Redbeard. He's just bruising his way through the roster here.
Texas Outlaw, as you said there, Michael, brutalizing this young man here. Now look at that. Putting a knuckle sandwich right there in the side of the jaw and the neck, tearing away at the eyelids of this young man.
He's
My
just
goodness.
checking to make sure that when Jet Yeager goes to put that face mask back on, it's going to fit.
It looked like he was performing amateur cataract surgery there, in my opinion. My goodness. Texas Outlaw got him hooked there with that double underhook suplex. My goodness. Such a powerful man, this Texas Outlaw.
And the masked man from Amarillo, Texas, with J.R. Murdoch is just large and in charge here. And he's looking like he's going to set him up for that Texas cloverleaf.
Got it hooked in there and got it hooked in deep, Michael. My goodness.
He's got it cinched in, and Jet Yeager, he's tapping out. And the Texas Outlaw gets another victory here on NAWA Championship Wrestling. He's not letting go of the hold.
Yeager looks like he's going to break the man in half. My goodness, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 wins in a row for Texas Outlaw. We're going to take it to the back. TV champion Big Donnie standing by with Golden Gladiator number 2.
All right, wrestling fans, I'm standing here with the big old Texas Outlaw and J.R. Murdoch. J.R., tell us about it.
Well, let's see. Next perfect Adam James. Let's see. Well, when you're talking professional wrestling here, you are talking about the Texas Outlaw. When you're talking real professional wrestling, you know, a lot of these guys around here are nice high flyers, big athletic guys, but that doesn't mean nothing. That's not professional wrestling. When you're talking professional wrestling, you're talking the Outlaw. And Adam James, let me tell you right now, you're a big guy, you're big and strong, all the ladies love you, but they're not going to love you with them stripes going down your back.
All right, wrestling fans, I'm standing here with J.R. Murdoch and the Texas Outlaw. Tonight's the night, Adam James.
Next to perfect Adam James, you have not met anyone like the Texas Outlaw. You have not faced anyone like the Texas Outlaw. And tonight, you're just going to see why. Well, we're just going to bring the pain.
You heard it, folks. We'll see what happens.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's your main event this week coming up. Adam James taking on the undefeated Texas Outlaw. He's called Adam James out. He's got his wish. That's coming up later on in the episode. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these commercials. We see Drew Hood get a rematch against Johnny Ryder in the future. We're going to have to wait and see. But now it's time, Redbeard, for your main event. The Texas Outlaw.
My goodness.
And J.R. Murdoch, he's going to be taking on next to perfect Adam James here in your main event, ladies and gentlemen.
I tell you what, you talk about an intimidating individual. Just the size of this man for one, but out comes with that bullwhip. My goodness.
Texas Outlaw, you said there's that bullwhip. He's used it a couple of times here in NAWA to help keep that undefeated streak alive. We saw him do that against James Brody a few weeks ago. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
This is the match he's asked for. He wants to be the top guy here in NAWA, so he called out Adam James, the face of NAWA. If he can beat Adam James, oh, huge back body drop, and out to the outside goes Texas Outlaw. But as I was saying, if he can beat Adam James here today, Redbeard, he's going to be on the top of that ladder, so to speak.
Would be a major feather in the cap there for Texas Outlaw. As you saw, wasn't even able to get the ring jacket off before he attacked Adam James. But, you know, James, Michael, we respect him so much around here because, as we've said before, he is somewhat of the measuring stick in terms of talent around here. Been around for so long, held basically every title in the company at one point in time or another, and still looks to be in great shape. And I'd say Outlaw for sure is going to be drawing the stiffest challenge as of yet here in his NAWA career. So we'll have to see what goes on here as this match continues.
Well, he's not in the ring with High Performance or Jet Yeager like he has been in the past. Like you said, this is going to be his toughest opponent since being here in NAWA, but he's also got an ace in the hole, as you saw on the floor. J.R. Murdoch, his manager, looks like a guy you still wouldn't want to mess with. Look at Adam James is going after the mask of the Texas Outlaw.
Tried to take the hood off of the man there. My goodness.
And the referee telling me he needs to lay off the mask. Texas Outlaw does not want to reveal his identity. He's saying he should win. That's a disqualification. I don't know about that, Redbeard.
I don't think that would be anything of a disqualification. You know, masks are something of a protected honor here in the world of professional wrestling, but even so, nothing in the rule book I don't think about this demasking someone necessarily.
Oh!
Look at that.
Crap. Right, a big old forearm shot and another one right across the back and spine area there.
Right in the mush with that forearm, as you were saying, Michael. My goodness. This Outlaw is by no means a shy man when it comes to violence, as he has shown us week after week. And look at this, bringing in that elbow. Oh, but Adam James able to get out of the way of it. Murdoch out there on the outside pleading with his man, saying to get
Wait
back.
a minute, he's going back for that mask, Redbeard. He's got his hands on it. He's trying to untie the laces there.
He had his fingers in the laces there.
Now J.R. Murdoch's on the apron here.
Oh, wow, big time lariat there from the Outlaw.
And this Outlaw guy, you haven't seen him in person. He is 6'4", 6'5". He is one of the biggest individuals I have seen, one of the toughest guys I've seen come through NAWA. And here, look at this, just,
oh, wow.
Trying to rake the eyes out of Adam James there.
Clawing at the eyes, as you said there, Michael. My goodness. Big time headbutt there. Follows it up with a drop kick. Big man throwing some big time offense at Adam James. Here he is for the cover. Only a 2 count there. Now, these two have beaten the tar out of one another.
Oh,
now look at that.
Grabbing that nerve right in the neck area.
That's as painful a move as you'll ever feel right there, folks. There's a nerve cluster right there where your shoulder joins your neck, and Texas Outlaw showing he has some wherewithal in terms of manipulation of that kind of thing here now. My goodness. James in a wail of pain here.
And again, Adam James has got to look over his shoulder. J.R. Murdoch is on the outside. Hopefully he doesn't get involved in this main event here, ladies and gentlemen, this week.
James, look at that. Throwing some elbows at him, but Texas Outlaw went for a clothesline. Ducked under.
Holy Christ, he just picked that big man up like it was nothing and delivered that power slam, but it was only good enough for a 2 count.
I'll tell you what, fantastic.
Well, he set him up for that next to perfect plex. Wait a minute, here we go. He's trying to get him over. J.R. Murdoch is on the apron.
Referees.
He's going to punch him right in the mouth.
What is this now? Oh, no. Clubbed him over the head with the end of that bullwhip there, and now targeting the man. My goodness, is Texas Outlaw.
Holy Christ.
Right in the throat with the knob of that bullwhip. My goodness, Michael.
And there's the bell. The referee saw it. This match is being awarded to Adam James by disqualification, and the Texas Outlaw damaging the neck and area of Adam James. Holy Christ, Redbeard.
The jaw and neck and throat of Adam James just being punished there by that bullwhip. My goodness, referee's got to get some help out here.
Well, that's all the time we got this week, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you right here next week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, another episode of NAWA Championship Wrestling. I'm Michael Elliott, joined as always by my partner Redbeard. We're starting off in the ring. As you see, Texas Outlaw there with J.R. Murdoch. He's taking on Sean Christian this week, Redbeard.
And as you see there, Michael, Texas Outlaw got to still be in a rather violent state of mind. Not that he's ever not in a violent state of mind. Coming off of that match here a couple of weeks ago against Adam James, where those two men didn't really settle their score. But right now, Texas Outlaw in here pounding away at this man.
Well, the Texas Outlaw, last time we saw him, he called out Adam James. He got what he wanted, and he got disqualified by using that bull rope in that match. Adam James was the winner. Whoa, look at this, Sean Christian.
Pulling that move out of nowhere there, caught Texas Outlaw off guard.
Almost got the victory here. Here we go.
Look at that.
Almost like a swinging neck breaker there. A reverse swinging neck breaker there by Sean Christian.
Crossroads type maneuver there almost, but Outlaw getting back into this here. That man's seeing red, and it's not just the fringe of that mask he got on. It's now Sean Christian eats a back elbow. And look at that domineering presence there by Texas Outlaw.
Well, you know, Texas Outlaw is probably not done with Adam James, but he's got his hands full here this week with Sean Christian, and you know, I'm sure Adam James is going to be looking for a little bit of revenge as well.
Absolutely.
But he's got his hands full with that tag team tournament. Look at that double underhook DDT almost there, dropping Sean Christian right on the top of his head.
Really, truly.
And look at that, J.R. Murdoch approves of what's going on in the ring. He's saying it's over. Texas Outlaw trying to get that Texas Cloverleaf locked in. He's got it cinched in enough. Here, and there's the bell, and there's your winner here in the opening contest this week. The Texas Outlaw continuing to look impressive here each and every week. Wait a minute, he's got that bullwhip.
Oh, no.
He's about to hit Sean Christian. He's smartly getting out of the ring.
Referee needs to get out of there, too. That's a big man with a big whip. My goodness, Michael.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it to the back. Golden Gladiator number 2 standing by with Outlaw. Look how impressive that Texas Outlaw looks.
Here we go, folks. The King of the Mountain Gauntlet match here, where Big Donnie will be defending the title against I'll say a quorum of challengers here. But up first, it looks as though Cat Daddy has drawn this entry here in this match.
Well, we've said it many, many times on this show before that we don't believe there's anybody in NAWA that can defeat Big Donnie for this TV title. And he's going to prove. He said he wants to prove it. So he's asked for this King of the Mountain Gauntlet match, where there's going to be 6 or 7 participants. Can he go through them all, Redbeard? I don't believe anybody stands a chance against this monster.
I don't think Cat Daddy's got any idea what he's facing here. He's a relative newcomer as far as the roster is concerned here, but right now Cat Daddy trying to get some big-time offense going. Didn't seem to even phase Big Donnie there.
Well,
Going up again.
Big Donnie has not been knocked off his feet since he's turned over this new leaf and shown this mean streak. But Cat Daddy's doing his darndest to take the big man down. Will he be able to do it? Is the third one going to be a charm? The third double axe handle, and nothing.
Just teetering on the edge there is Big Donnie.
Why not go for the four? There's four corners, Redbeard.
Might as
well go
well.
for a fourth one.
My goodness, but Big Donnie's still just teetering on edge here.
Oh, he been caught.
Oh, no.
Sit out, choke slam.
Oh, God.
And I think that's it for Cat Daddy, as there goes the 3 count, and the first victim has been claimed by your television champion, Big Donnie. Who's next, Redbeard?
Cat Daddy is done, but out comes the universe's hero, I think he's called himself, Jet Yeager. Oh, God.
Big boss man sidewalk slam there, and Jet Yeager has been dominated.
There's Ted. Ted, former tag team partner of Jet Yeager, oddly enough. But now Ted trying to get some quick revenge here or some quick offense in on the big man here. But my goodness.
Well, the first 2 victims didn't have much success. Let's see what Ted has to offer. Can he pin Big Donnie? Power slam.
I would say no. My goodness.
And there Ted is done. That's 3 in a row, Redbeard. The king of the mountain.
Look, Brody.
Oh, here we go. It's on. It's about to happen finally.
The confrontation we've been waiting seemingly months on, folks. James Brody, the wild man here, in against his former brother, the Burke County boys.
And all hell is breaking loose. These 2 are going to go at it. We've been waiting to see this for a long time, and they're brawling on the outside here.
Tooth and nail, these 2 are likely to kill each other, Michael. My God.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the television title, and countouts do happen. They're up to 4. Referee Craig Robbins is initiating the count. Here we go. Look at this.
Big Donnie just scraping the head of Brody and throwing him into that cage.
I don't think any ring can contain these 2 men. As there you hear the bell, they've both been counted out.
Now as we return from commercial here, folks, 2 new entrants into this King of the Mountain match. We're going to have a new TV champion, folks, because Big Donnie has been eliminated along with Wildman James Brody.
What a wild way to get this thing underway, but no ring, as we said, can contain Brody and Big Donnie, but we got to have a new champion here. We're going to have new tag team champions later as well.
Absolutely.
Well, who's going to walk out of here with the TV title? Will it be Chris Phoenix? Will it be Little Donnie, the former TV champion?
Look at that. You know, we've been calling Chris Phoenix an impressive individual here as we've seen him over the past couple of weeks. He's got a major opportunity here now, Michael.
Well, he's got a major opponent in his ways. He's got the former TV champion, the former sexiest man alive in there. Oh, he kicked out at the last second, did Little Donnie. He's looking to regain some glory here, Redbeard.
That was 2 7/8. Little Donnie looking to get back into some type of a champions edition of things. He's no longer the sexiest man alive, but he can still be the NAWA TV champion.
Well, I'm getting word that there's only one more contestant left in this King of the Mountain Gauntlet match after this. So we're going to see the last entrant, Chris Phoenix, or Little Donnie, as our new TV champion here today.
My goodness, such a crazy scenario here as these 2 men find themselves with an amazing opportunity in front of them. Phoenix clobbering away at Little Donnie, trying to get him back up here, drops him down with that DDT coming across for a cover. Oh my goodness.
Well, Chris Phoenix is one step closer to becoming the NAWA television champion, but here comes the Texas Outlaw, the final entrant here in the King of the Mountain Gauntlet match. Look, Harry caught him in midair. Now he's got him in the Texas Cloverleaf. This could be it.
He's folding this man in half, Michael. My God.
And Chris Phoenix is tapping out. And the winner of this King of the Mountain Gauntlet, and guess what, Redbeard? New NAWA television champion is Texas Outlaw. The man from Amarillo, Texas, is now the TV champion, Redbeard.
The Texas Outlaw making a stand here, winning NAWA gold with that TV title. And look at that, just impressive and adversarial individual. My goodness, Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, seeing here, we had a King of the Mountain match. And who became the new television champion but the Texas Outlaw? What do you guys say, guys? Who's up on next?
We told you. We told everyone what was going to happen. We told everyone that no title was safe in the NAWA. No title was safe. And we're not just going to stop with this one. We're taking all the gold. We're taking everything back to Texas.
I believe them, folks. I really do.
Folks, there you hear from our champion, Johnny Wright, is showing off that 30-06, that ripcord right hand he's used to beat so many of the competitors that he's faced here as a fighting champion in NAWA. But right now, we've got the debuting Chris Solar. Oh, wow, look at that, trying to go in here against the TV champion, Texas Outlaw, and look at that.
So much for the legend of Solar, Redbeard. This is your new favorite wrestler.
Solar ate the bookend of that whip that Texas Outlaw brings to the ring with him, but my goodness, Solar here immediately in a bad way.
Well, you talk about bad luck. Bad luck is making your debut against this big, violent Texan from Amarillo, the Texas Outlaw, the NAWA television heavyweight champion. He's yet to be defeated here in singles competition here in NAWA since debuting a few months ago.
If you're going to come in, this is definitely an opportunity for Solar to show himself here and what he can do. But, man, live, like you said, Michael, look at this guy. This is one of the biggest men we've got on the roster here for sure, and he has been nothing but impressive since debuting here in NAWA.
We've seen a lot of hype behind the legend of Solar. We're going to see what the hype is all about. Can he win the TV title in his debut? Can he do something impressive here? But, oh, that big forearm that just puts him down.
Killed too much time there at Solar.
I want to point out something, Redbeard. J.R. Murdoch is not ringside with Texas Outlaw. We're going to have to find out where his manager is. But look at that big double underhook suplex as Texas Outlaw is looking to end the legend of Solar, King Solar here.
Look at that. Steps over into that Texas cloverleaf.
Sorry about your luck, Solar, but Texas Outlaw has put him away here in his debut. And still the NAWA television champion, the Texas Outlaw. Wait a minute, he's got that
bullwhip there.
Whoa,
oh, God.
Here comes Shane Austin, who we saw debut earlier. He's going to put an end to this.
Shane Austin in there, a big man himself. That might be a hell of a contest there between those two men, Michael.
I don't think Shane Austin takes too kind of that bullwhip being used as the Texas Outlaw. Minus J.R. Murdoch gets the win and defends the TV title, but could we be seeing a future matchup here down the road? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it now. Outlaw's got a video he sent in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing here with your NAWA television champion, the Texas Outlaw, he's minus Mr. Murdoch today. What do you guys say, Outlaw?
J.R. Murdoch is back in Amarillo, Texas, taking care of his arm right now. He'll be back in a few weeks. But ladies and gentlemen, I am your television champion. Just because I don't talk doesn't mean I can't talk. Just because your men can't win doesn't mean they shouldn't try. Send anybody you got. I don't care. I don't care if it's Pony Boo Johnson. I don't care if it's you. I don't care if it's Chris Hamrick. Send me anybody, and I will put them away.
There you heard it, folks. Amarillo, Texas is on. I think he means it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Texas Outlaw is going to be putting that TV title on the line against Shane Austin in your main event this week. That's going to be two big men clashing for the television championship, Redbeard. But let's take it back to last week. As you can see here, Texas Outlaw was beating up that legend of Solar, puts him in that Texas cloverleaf. And this is all what led to this main event matchup this week, Redbeard.
Absolutely going to be a big-time hoss fight for sure there. As you see in the replay, though, Texas Outlaw looked to be on the verge of taking that bullwhip to Solar. Got one good strike in there, but suddenly on the scene was Shane Austin saving the man. And now you see where this challenge comes from, as these two big bulls will be fighting over the NAWA TV Championship here in your main event this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for your main event. The NAWA Television Championship is going to be on the line as we got the Texas Outlaw taking on Shane Austin, as you see right there. And there's it is, the NAWA TV Championship, ladies and gentlemen. one of the most prized possessions here in NAWA is, and we're going to see if Shane Austin can take it from the Texas Outlaw here today. Again, Texas Outlaw is minus J.R. Murdoch. He's having shoulder surgery or something is what he said, but will that play a factor in Shane Austin picking up the victory here today?
Well, it'll definitely be a opportunity for Austin to come in here and not have to worry about it being a 2-on-1 scenario as Murdoch isn't around here to defend and to protect his man seemingly. But look at that. Austin may be able to surprise Outlaw with this flurry of offense, immediately taking the leather to the man there with those chops and that back elbow. My goodness.
This Shane Austin packs a punch.
Wow.
Holy Christ. He just took that big man right off of his feet with that clothesline there. And, you know, he's an explosive individual. He put Tim Hunter away in less than a minute, Redbeard. Can he get the TV championship around his waist in just under a minute as well?
We said this was going to be a hoss fight coming into things. We didn't expect it to get off quite as fast and furious as it has here now. But look at this. Trading in the offensive maneuvers there is Outlaw as he now is in control here, going for a cover. 1 count only, though, says the referee. Texas Outlaw wants to maintain control of this TV title division. And now look at that. Wow, stiff elbow shots right in there to the side of the head and neck of Austin.
Well, the Texas Outlaws not going to give up that television championship very easy,
wow.
And neither is Shane Austin going to quit fighting for it here as he just delivered that big back body drop. And the Texas Outlaw smartly rolls out of the ring to try to regather himself.
Trying to break that offensive flurry there of Austin, but still eats a kick to the gut, and Austin in control here.
This Shane Austin, if you compare him to like a stampede of buffalo just coming through the area fast and heavy. This is the type of action he delivers here. Is Shane Austin now just trying to wear down the Texas Outlaw.
As you said, Michael, putting all of his weight there across the head and neck of Texas Outlaw to wear the man down. Outlaw back up to a vertical base with some elbows there, but Austin, my God, puts that big clothesline right across him.
Christ is all I can say.
I tell you, that's a big man coming across the ring there at you. Now, Texas Outlaw has no idea what's going on here.
It may have knocked the Outlaw loopy. He may be seeing birdies out there on the floor.
He's just trying to gather himself up here, period, as you see the NAWA TV title there. That impressive piece of hardware.
Well, there goes later. The champion is leaving.
Where's he going, Michael?
Well, he's got the hell out of here. And Shane Austin is winning the match, but he's not going to win the TV championship as the Texas Outlaw walked out. Champion's advantage,
Champion's advantage, as you say, Michael. But that's it.
That's all the time we got. So long for now. We'll see you right here next week. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up next, we've got the television championship going to be on the line as Texas Outlaws putting the belt up against Chris Phoenix. Let's go to the back now and hear from both competitors before this big matchup here on NAWA Seasons Beatings.
All right, we're here with Chris Phoenix, and you've got the Texas Outlaw for the TV title. What's your thoughts?
That's right. Tonight, Christmas special, I'm going one-on-one with the Texas Outlaw. Last time me and the Texas Outlaw were in the ring together, he got a sneaky little victory on me. He caught one up on me, but I'll tell you what, this time it's going to be different. This time I'm prepared. I know who I'm going in the ring against, and nonetheless, it's for the TV title. It's a bigger deal now. There's more on the line, and I'm ready for it. Texas Outlaw is going down tonight, pal.
There you have it.
It's Christmas night in Amarillo, Texas, too. Tonight, you and Chris Phoenix for that TV title.
You know, it doesn't snow in Texas, and all I do for any holiday really is whip a cow. Chris Phoenix, I'm going to tear some skin off you this holiday, and I'm going to send you home with no presents.
Ooh, go ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you see it, the NAWA Television Championship. It's going to be on the line here tonight. Christmas night, Seasons Beatings, as the Texas Outlaws try to whip Chris Phoenix here with that bullwhip.
He's such a terrifying individual, this Texas Outlaw, not only in terms of his physically imposing stature. Look at the difference between these two men, Michael, between the height of Texas Outlaw and Chris Phoenix, but also the fact that he comes to the ring with that bullwhip. My goodness.
Well, you know, because you heard Chris Phoenix say this time he's going to be prepared. This time he's been studying, because the last time these two men were in the ring together, it was during that King of the Mountain Gauntlet match, in which it came down to these two for the television championship, and Texas Outlaw took Chris Phoenix by surprise, but no surprise there, as he just takes him right off his feet with that shoulder tackle. But can Chris Phoenix win the championship now that he knows he's going to be in the ring here with the Texas Outlaw here on Christmas night, Redbeard?
Both these men have been impressive in their own ways as we've seen them come up through the ranks here in the NAWA roster. But as you said, Michael, Texas Outlaw has had the opportunity to win gold here, carrying that TV championship proudly. But Chris Phoenix, he knows, as you said, what he's got coming to him this time, but is that going to make a difference?
We haven't seen, big running knee right to the face. I was going to say, we haven't seen anybody really stand up to the Texas Outlaw besides Shane Austin, but Chris Phoenix doing a very good job here so far tonight.
The only reason in that matchup there, as you mentioned, against Shane Austin, that Texas Outlaw didn't potentially lose the TV title was because of the fact he took advantage of the champion's advantage there. And right now he's taking advantage of an opportunity to get some major offense in on Phoenix.
Well, that's the Outlaw's decision to do as he pleases with that championship advantage, but Chris Phoenix doesn't have that choice here, as he's just being, being almost ripped apart here right in front of us. This Texas Outlaw is one of the most vicious men we've ever seen here in the NAWA. And here we go, just a stiff shot right into the chin and neck.
He's an old school style competitor, Michael, and he's got those natural tendencies towards being such a major league villain here, able to take advantage of everything, just using what he's got as a weapon there, using something as simple as that tape on his wrist there to grind against the head and face of Phoenix. Now look at this though, Phoenix showing what for, but there for a moment only, as Outlaw able to use, again, part of his ring attire to get a opportunity for some offense in. Shooting him across his Outlaw.
Oh, Chris Phoenix goes underneath, hits him with that arm drag there, goes for it again. Texas Outlaw in some trouble here. Look at the height on that double drop kick there. Double booting him right into the sternum.
But look at the veteran instincts, though, of Texas Outlaw, able to get out of the ring there, create some separation between him and Phoenix.
Well, the NAWA TV champion is in a little bit of jeopardy here as he's able to get that shoulder. Well, wait a minute. Oh!
Snapping the neck and the throat across that top rope. Once again, folks, we call them ropes, but there is a steel cable in that thing. And right now, Phoenix is in a bad way, but still only a 2 count, though.
And, you know, I think the Texas Outlaw is the kind of individual who looks forward to waking up on Christmas Day and seeing that coal and the rocks in his stocking, Redbeard, because he probably can use them out on the ranch in Texas.
And so he's probably using those to fire up some brand to keep his cattle and whatnot in line. But my goodness, right now.
Well, he just branded Chris Phoenix right across the face with that right hand.
Now he's going to brand him with that knee. My goodness. All the weight coming down square on the forehead of Chris Phoenix.
And it looks like the TV championship is going to stay around the waist of the Texas Outlaw if the way this match keeps going like this. He's just trying to get that nerve hold, and now he's just deciding to stretch Chris Phoenix out.
Trying to pull apart that oblique muscle there in the middle of the man by stretching out both his shoulder and knee.
Chris Phoenix here.
That.
He's stretching his leg.
Wow.
He got to the rope. He's pointing it out to the referee. And Texas Outlaws had to break that submission hold there.
Referee couldn't seemingly believe it at first there. Had to take a second glance and verify that toe was on the bottom rope. Ooh, wow. Such a powerful slam there by this big man. Mounts the top
athleticism.
rope.
He's going up there. Second rope here. Elbow drop. Nobody home. Chris Phoenix has got to capitalize on this mistake made by Texas Outlaw if he wants to become the television champion here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here at Seasons Beatings.
Phoenix peppered him there with those elbows right into the side of the head. Texas Outlaw whips him across the rope, though. Look at that arm drag of his own, or hip toss, I should say, excuse me. Both these men reeling now.
and back and forth action. Chris Phoenix really putting all his effort into this match here tonight. Texas Outlaw probably didn't think he was going to be in this big of a fight. Drops his face right across his knee, goes up. Big Hurricane Rana from Chris Phoenix. All the momentum is on Phoenix's side here. Big running knee again. And the Texas Outlaw is in trouble, Redbeard.
He has never been like this in competition here, but look at that.
Just bulldogs him from the second rope. 2. Almost a new champion here on Christmas night, ladies and gentlemen.
That would have been a Christmas miracle seemingly, but look at this. Phoenix still in there. Eats a forearm from Texas Outlaw. Now what's he got? Double underhook.
And that usually sets him up for that Texas cloverleaf. But Outlaw struggling to get to his feet here.
He's eating so much offense here, but look at this. Going to set him up here. And he's got him cinched in, Michael. He's starting to float him over.
And I don't think Chris Phoenix is going to be able to get out of this Texas cloverleaf. No one has yet before. Will the TV championship stay? And yes, it will, as the Texas Outlaw has just submitted Chris Phoenix. Man, Redbeard, what a back and forth matchup here between these two here on Seasons Meetings.
Tremendous battle. Definitely the most offense we've seen the Texas Outlaw absorb thus far. Great contest between these two men. But ultimately, the Texas Outlaw is victorious, and he retains the NAWA TV title.
Hey, welcome NAWA fans. Here we are, New Year's Eve, counting down to 2021. We got a heck of a card for you, and if you look around, that idiot that was here at Christmas night ain't here, thank goodness. But we got NAWA Heavyweight Champion Backwoods Johnny Ryder versus the Irish hand grenade Myrick Moore. We got the Black Society versus the DOC. Who's going to survive that one? Then we got, the new television champion, James Ryan. He went to Princeton, West Virginia, and he beat the Texas Outlaw, and he's facing everybody's favorite idiot, Ted. Then we got, gosh, I don't even know what we got, but I'm going to throw it to Michael and Redbeard, and we're going to figure it out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NAWA New Year's Knockout. What a name. Who picked that name out? I don't know, but it's going to be a knockout of an evening. I'm Michael Elliott. I'm supposed to be joined by Redbeard, as Golden Gladiator number 2 said, but guys, you know he likes to hit the sauce, and it's New Year's Eve. He's probably tipped over drunk somewhere. So Golden Gladiator number 2 is going to be joining me here in the booth a little bit later on as he handles the interview duties as well. But we've got a huge card for you here tonight. We've got Johnny Ryder defending the NAWA Heavyweight Championship against Myrick Moore, the Irish hand grenade, in your main event. We also, as you heard, Golden Gladiator number 2 said, the new television champion, OMG, James Ryan defeated the Texas Outlaw at a house show, and he's going to be defending that against not everybody's favorite idiot, Ted, but some people's favorite idiot. And we've got the Black Society taking on the Disciples of Chaos. And look at this match, ladies and gentlemen. This is a match that White Mike, a dream match for White Mike. He's been dying to have this match. He's going to be taking on the monster, Big Donnie, here on New Year's Eve. The final matches of 2020 here at the North American Wrestling Alliance New Year's Knockout. Now we're going to go back down to Golden Gladiator number 2. He's standing by with Mike Ramsey, the head of RSC. Ramsey's Consulting Services, something like that. Anyway, here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're counting down to New Year's. I'm standing here with the CEO of Ramsey Enterprises, Mike Ramsey.
Whoa. That's Kingmaker
Excuse
Mike
me,
Ramsey.
the Kingmaker Mike Ramsey, who sent James Ryan up to Princeton, West Virginia last weekend, and he came home with a television title, defeating the Texas Outlaw.
Well, it seems to now be pretty much a tradition now. I joined up with the Step Brothers, Chance Riser, James Ryan, EWA Tag Team Champions. We go to Princeton, James Ryan, now NAWA Television Champion. And tonight, Ted, I'm sorry, not tonight, pal.
Not tonight, Ted.
Not tonight.
Countdown to New Year's. Here we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's coming up right now. The NAWA television title on the line as James Ryan will be defending against Ted. Dear Ted, I don't think you got a chance against this one. The new champ taking on the lunatic, as I call him, Ted, coming up right here on New Year's Knockout. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's now time for the championship match, the first of two here tonight on the program. And now I'm joined by Golden Gladiator number 2, who was just hosting the interviews as well. You're working hard tonight on, on the last night of 2020.
Happy New Year's Eve. Here we sit. Now, last Saturday night, it was December the 26th, I do believe, Princeton, West Virginia. After wrestling with us on Christmas night, the Texas Outlaw lost to this guy, James Ryan, in Princeton, West Virginia, up there at the Armory, and he's already with us.
Look, he's defending against Ted here, who
Ted smells. I just want to go ahead and tell you that much. Ted smells a little bit.
What's he smell like?
I would, it ain't a good smell. That's all I know.
Well, that's a beautiful looking belt there that James Ryan is the holder of. Defeating the Texas Outlaw, that's a huge task. Texas Outlaw was on a roll here in NAWA. And
I really figured Texas Outlaw would hold that belt for a while, but here we go. And James Ryan's got a bunch of boys out there with him. Ramsey and who's that other guy?
That's Chance Riser, the other half of the Step Brothers tag team. So Ted is going to have eyes in the back of his head. Hell, he might already have them, Golden Gladiator. Who knows?
That could be something the man in the white coat gave him. Eyes in the back of his head for Christmas.
Well, anyway, Ted's definitely outnumbered as he's looking at Chance Riser and Mike Ramsey, the Kingmaker, as he calls himself. What do you think about that moniker, the Kingmaker?
I am not really sure about that, but here we go. Collar elbow tie up. Whoa, he just shoved Ted down.
And this guy, James Ryan, OMG, as he likes to proclaim himself, he's got to be 6'6". He towers over Ted.
That leverage advantage there. He doesn't look very massive in weight, but he's very tall, men bigger than Ted.
And there you go. You saw Ted being distracted out there by the Kingmaker.
Got him in the corner to get a clean break here.
Ramsey's Consultant Services #1 client, the Step Brothers. Now they have I think they won the EWA Tag Team titles.
EWA
and now
Tag Team titles.
They've
got a
our
TV title.
Look at that. Ted's
single leg.
Well, you know a little bit about that amateur wrestling. What was all that about?
That was a single leg. He went, kind of shot in to take the leg, and Ted got the ropes. Smart move by Ted, that's an oxymoron, smart and Ted.
Well, here we go. Ted, he's giving him that side headlock here. And OMG is in some trouble here in his first title defense on New Year's Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here for New Year's Knockout. Big knockdown, not a knockout from Ted there.
Capitalize, Ted. Come on.
Too busy maniacally laughing to go for the cover right away. Cost him maybe the championship. A big scoop slam properly delivered there, ladies and gentlemen, if you pay attention.
Got him in the corner. Get him it. Do something, Ted. Oh!
And OMG, James Ryan probably wasn't expecting much of a fight out of Ted. If you look at Ted, he's definitely not the athlete of the day. And
poke in the eye. Ted ain't going to be able to see what's going on tonight for New Year's. Oh!
I'm not sure what Ted has planned later on for the evening, but
there is a big Ted talk coming up later on, I hear.
Well, we'll see if Ted's going to be able to talk after this match or not. You can see Mike Ramsey taunting him on the outside as well as James Ryan on the inside, just shoving that, God, it's got to be a size 12, 13, maybe even larger boot into the throat.
This is pretty much 3-on-1 right here. You got Chance Riser out there looking like he could attack at any moment.
You know he's a millennial.
We're going to hold that against him, I'm sure, later on we'll see him.
And there, knife edge chops delivered there with Ted. And I'd say Ted's kind of holding his own here a little bit more better than I thought he would. But as I say that, James Ryan just, holy Christ! He just took his face off with that big boot there.
He wasted time. He should have covered him immediately, and he would have went back to the shower and headed off to the club.
Well, he was probably thinking, OMG, I just killed this kid.
Oh, punch to the gut. Ted hits the ropes, and back elbow.
Well, you got to respect and admire the fight inside of Ted here tonight. Usually, either he doesn't fare very well, but this is the most competitive match he's been in here, even though he's got a couple of victories under his belt now. Look at this. Oh, my God. Holy Christ.
I say Jean-Claude Van Damme. Stay out of the hair, Ted.
Look at just clubbing blows right across the chest. Ted is just getting some punishment delivered here. Is he just wearing him down? The new TV champion. I can't say that enough. The new television champion. We're going to have to try to get you to catch up a word with him if he can pull out the victory in this matchup.
I would hate to see him win a belt on a Saturday and lose it again on Thursday night here.
Might be one of the shortest reigns in NAWA history, but here we go. Ted with some momentum now.
Big punch. Headbutt.
That hard head of Ted taking down the champion. He don't know where he's at. Oh, he figured out he's just leg drop him. And that Mike Ramsey, the Kingmaker's on the apron. What is the stepbrother Chance Riser doing here? Wait a minute, did he hand him something? Holy Christ, look at that bicycle kick right into the skull
what that move's
of
called.
Ted.
1, 2, 3.
And OMG, James Ryan gets the win here, defending that television title against Ted here on New Year's Knockout. And Ramsey Consulting Services has gotten the victory here. And there you see our new TV champion, OMG, James Ryan. Oh, Lord God, words of wisdom are from the stepbrothers there. But now, ladies and gentlemen, what a way to start the show. We're going to take you now, and we're going to deliver you the awards, the 2020 NAWA Achievement Awards. Is here where you see the candidates for Most Popular Wrestler of the Year.
We got
Ted's
everybody's favorite idiot, Ted, the face of America, little Donnie, Mr. Perfect, or next to perfect, Adam James, and Backwoods Johnny Ryder. I'm pretty sure I should have been in there.
All right,
Votes for
that's
most
enough. Go ahead
popular.
on.
Johnny Ryder.
Go head on down to take the interview here. Now let's get a drum roll, please, as we're going to introduce the winner of NAWA's Most Popular Wrestler of the Year. Johnny Ryder, no surprise there, folks, as he's been on a tear here lately through all the competition, holding that NAWA Heavyweight Championship for about 9 months, I'd say. I think he won it back in March from King Classic, and he's pretty much dominated. But now let's head on back down to Golden Gladiator number 2 as he's standing by with the Disciples of Chaos.